There's nowhere in the Constitution that's talking about the protection of political parties, but it is supposed to be about we the people, of, by, and with the people, and for the people. And so ultimately, how we organize will be still rooted in centering our humanity, but also rooted in this idea that we're going to use every tool available to us to be able to push back on making sure that we're going to protect our voices and our vote. And so given that, what we're doing this weekend, you can get involved by going to the website, allroadsleadtothesouth.com, allroadsleadtothesouth.com. We're asking people to go sign on as partners, bring a bus, get in your car, bring your folks, bring your signs. And I do want to shift this. This is not a protest. And let me tell you what I mean by this is a calling in for us, that oftentimes we're so focused on those other people who seek to do this evil, racist, dirty, undermining thing, that we focus on them and not really focus on our own power. This is about us rising up. This is about us linking up. We're going to show who really makes up America. We've got diversity coming. We've got groups representing all nationalities that are coming to this event. We've got old people and young people and activists and organizers. We got a couple of ladies that said they have never been to an event ever, that they're coming to this. This is around, we are affirming that we are the people. We are the architects of the new America. We will be the architects on what is better, more inclusive, and next. We will not be deterred by what is happening, and we're not going to fight just for what we already had. The Voting Rights Act was the floor. It was never the ceiling. That ultimately, we have to create, and we have to go much harder in our organizing, our working together. I'm so happy to say, within 6 days' time, y'all, over 222 organizations have come together. They've put their organizational identity to the side, and we've just got on the ground and we've worked. This is what movement looks like. This is what democracy looks like. So we want those who stand for justice to also understand that the attack on voting rights in the South is not just about the South. That ultimately what winds up happening, even 50% of those cases, of Section 2 cases, are actually lower of the local and state races. But in addition to that, there is no pathway to a progressive political agenda in this country that does not include Black voters. And so this is not just about Black voters. This is about the disenfranchisement of all of us. And so we have to know that this is our moment. This is our moment to work together, to come together as a unified voice and say, hell no, we won't go. We're not going backwards. We're going forward. Those people who are leading this are the relics of the past. We, in our collectivism and our cultural diversity and all the things that make America beautiful and great and diverse, and all the different flavors and smells and colors and all of that, that we are the future. We're America.
Do you see why I was so energized? Like, I'm sure everybody in the chat right now is like, yes, this is actually going to happen. And because I think a lot of people are feeling very defeatist. And for those of you who are not able to get to the South, like myself, I'm not going to be able to get there. So LaTosha, how can people get involved if they can't get there physically?
Go to the website, allroadsleadtothesouth.com. You can sign on as a partner. We're also having satellite sites that they're doing satellite distributive actions all the country. I think there's like 15 others, but some people are just doing it on their own. Some people, I just got a phone call from a church that said they already had an event, but they're repurposing their entire event. They're going to stream it. They're going to make their program centered around it. This is a moment for us to come together, at least on one accord, around this particular issue, because this issue impacts all of the other issues. And I know there are people that are feeling this sense of defeatedness. Let me say this. I am a Black woman who grew up in Selma, Alabama, that is the great-great-great-granddaughter of people who were enslaved. In less than my great-great-great-grandmother, 4 greats removed, grandmother was actually purchased 30 minutes from the place that I grew up in Mobile, Alabama, before I moved to Selma. And so I say that here I am standing because somebody believed in my humanity. Somebody believed that I should have a much more liberated pathway than they had. And here I stand. And so I am saying this, that who am I to feel like that I'm hard and I'm beat down and I'm tired, when there were folks who had less resources, they had less access to information. Hell, you can basically get on the internet and shoot out stuff without going somewhere or putting a stamp or walking down the road to get information out. We've got the tools that we need. The question is, do we have the political will to rise up to the level in which this affront is happening to us? So I'm with Brother Mike. If they are attacking us at this level, our response has to be at equal, if not more, force. We've got to create a different kind of force. And what's on our side, we got the people on our side. There are more on our side than their side. So let's use our leverage.
No, and I love how you frame this as an opportunity, not only to address what's happening in this particular moment, but, something I go back to all the time myself in my own life is this is an opportunity for me as a white man in America to address the wrongs of previous generations that were never appropriately addressed, that there was never an appropriate amount of accountability in this country for slavery, for Jim Crow, for the Confederacy. And so what energizes me, and I know what energizes a lot of people that I talk to, is the ability to right that wrong in this moment and to build something, like you said, not something as good as we had previously, but something much better.
Yes.
People forget the fact that, this country, yes, we have a constitution, but it's a living and a breathing, democracy is a living and breathing thing. And it's whatever we want to make it.
That's right.
And right now, the people that want to make it into this ugly, racist, white supremacist nation, they just are consolidating their political power around that. But the message of hate is not something that is going to survive into future generations.
No.
And so we have an opportunity right now to stomp it out forever, to send those people packing, to their proverbial graves. Some of them are old enough that maybe they might actually go to their actual graves. But nevertheless, this, LaTosha, this is the moment. And so what's the date? Because I didn't see the date.
It's in 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. It's this Saturday, May 16th. It's an early, fast, it's a rapid response, because if you all have been following, people who are listening have been following the news, it's been in rapid succession. They've been doing things so sneakily that even in Louisiana, they passed the MAPS bill, went out of committee at 4:25 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, really? Like, this is an egregious, concerted act that has been organized to really be able to disenfranchise and just do it like quick. It's like a quick hit, like it's a quick kick and there won't be a hit back. And so what we said is we were going to use the people who can come. The folks who can't come, we understand it's a very short notice. We're saying that we're hoping that this is a spark that is going to start many little fires and a big fire of change and resistance from now to the midterm, or however long we need to do that. This is just one of many actions that we're hoping that we hope that will happen. And I'll say, Mike, you got me fired up as well, because you're absolutely right. I actually wrote something that is on contraband, a contraband camp on Substack. I wrote a essay called "We Are the Architects," and it's specifically around we are the architects. We've got to shift from seeing ourselves as citizens of a rogue nation that is actually delegitimizing itself. And we've got to start seeing ourselves as founders, as architects of the next iteration of this nation. We have to really be able to create the kind of nation that we desire and that we deserve. We've got to create the kind of nation that meets the interests of all of the beautiful people that live on this and live in this nation. That we've got to create the country that's not based on 1700 racist, patriarchal politics, but that we've got to actually make sure that we're creating the kind of structure of a nation that literally will take care of its greatest asset, and that is its people.
Absolutely. And you talked about faith last night in a way that I think is really important, because we've seen how the white supremacists have weaponized faith against Americans. And I think for a lot of people watching right now, they're asking, how can we wrestle that back? And I don't go to church, but last night, after hearing all the Bible verses, I was like, yes. I was like, get me a Bible. I'm ready to go. We have a clip, but I almost don't even want to roll the clip because I just want to hear from you. But the clip I'm thinking about is about the fist, the fingers and the fist. That's the verse.
Yes.
Saturday, we have 2 different activations going on. Now, for my people of faith, I've been saying that I think we have to be strategic and different in this moment. And I've been warring with this scripture, Psalms 144:1, that says, "Blessed be my God who teaches my hands how to war and my fingers how to fight." Why am I saying that? Because there's a difference between what you can do with your fists and what you can do with your fingers. What I know is that what a fist is when we all come together, we can hit a mighty blow. But what is our individual work that we have to do right now to save this freedom?
Go ahead.
The fingers and the fists. I mean, that's where we are. We're at block and build. And I'll put another one on that. I am a person of faith and grew up as a person of faith. And also, if you're a true person of faith, then they believe in that there's space for all of us, whether you believe or you don't, whether you are Muslim, whether you are Hindu, whether you are Sikh, whatever that is, that ultimately that faith is supposed to be rooted in the whole idea of joint humanity, of collective value. That's who we should be. We've always in the South made a big difference between Confederate Christianity and liberation Christianity that we believe in, Black liberatory Christianity that many of us believe in. That there is let's be clear now. It's not, we're thinking like, oh, there's this white Christianity, this white nationalist Christianity that has just come up. No, let's be mindful that the Klan was a Christian organization and they were burning crosses. Imagine that they were literally burning crosses, the most sacred symbol. They were using the most sacred symbol in Christianity to actually terrorize and kill and hurt and harm people. So there's always been what I call a demonic frame, a religious frame to capture white supremacy in such a way to actually make it seem like it's holy or something righteous. So those of us who just love human beings, those of us that just love the planet, those of us that actually love life and everything and things that are living, that is a connection right there. What you believe that's up to you and your belief. Like how you move through the world and the planet, that is up to you. There's a space for all of us, but anybody that actually is in a space that believe that they have some right, some authority that to say that some people are less than others, then we know that there's something wrong with that. And we cannot follow that and we cannot tolerate that. So